Do trans activists, genderqueer advocates, the social justice obsessed pretending to be warriors, whose only risk is a broken nail resultant from bashing death threats into their cell phones during the latest cyberbullying campaign, and the rest of the goose-stepping woke mafia really think that they were transgender during the Stone Age, the Neolithic era? Were nomads worried about gender identity as they struggled to survive the end of the last ice age? As they fought mammoths using nothing but spears with sharpened rocks attached to the tips? Did any Aleutian whalers believe that they were born in the wrong body while hauling an orca out of the ocean? Did the Cro-Magnons switch up their sexes? Did their males give birth? Were cavemen tucking their penises while the ladies put on breast binders? The answer to the above questions, which are only asked in a world that confuses delusion with virtue and then celebrates it, is an obvious and fantastically emphatic no, for the same reason that transsexuals are not found within the tribes of Africa. Transgenderism is a luxury of the well-fed. If gender confusion was an added hindrance to what was already a fight for survival, humanity would have gone extinct before the agricultural revolution. Interruptions in procreation cycles are a common element to species eradication. And that's just it. While nearly every life form that has ever existed on Earth is now extinct, this is due to environmental changes and other external factors. The true measure of a behavior is what the world would look like if everyone took it up. If the population of the world visited the surgeon for gender reassignment, mankind would go extinct. That's what declares transsexualism and gender ideology unnatural and foreign. Exactly because Mother Nature doesn't program a self-destruct button within the genetic code of any species she creates. When something is foreign and unnatural, that means man created it. This is why the gender deniers appropriate historical figures they declare gender nonconforming. Figures who don't live up to the very gender norms these activists deny exist, like Joan of Arc and Catherine the Great, because they have no sustained history, no evidence of existence beyond the confines of the development of sexology in the early 20th century. The examples of trans people throughout time they hang their entire debate on are shadowy, vague, impossible to verify, and almost certainly dependent upon the common misinterpretations of cultural norms made by those who have never interacted with them. If transgenderism was not an alien force invading the collective consciousness, trans activists would not be so desperate to claim historical figures who were decidedly not gender confused or dysphoric as trans. They would have concrete, absolute characters we were aware of previous to yesterday, prior to the social craze rising in the last few years.